Hey, welcome to How to Build Your Own Home. This is Keith, and it is cold, actually more windy, but cold and windy out here. We're at the Cedar West job. I want to talk about pouring your slab in the cold. Not necessarily the best condition to do that, but couple of things we're actually kind of dealing with. We had blankets on here, kept the ground warm for 2 3 days, rolled them up, and we got the pour going here. But a couple of things to keep in mind. Wind is not your best friend when pouring concrete. So we had to put 2% hot water in the mix, which is about the max you can put in your mix. That helped to keep the ground warm, help keep the concrete cures it faster, so you have to move faster, which means we had to have some extra help to get the curing and get the finish work all done. So we're gonna get it done. It's gonna look good. If we have a couple of rough spots, this will be a glue down floor. It's gonna be really nice when we're all done. However, when you're doing a garage like we've got over here, which is a finished smooth surface on concrete, same with the detached garage over there, we're actually going to frame the house first. We're going to see if that works out. If we find a good day, it's a nice weather, good day up here. Yesterday it was beautiful, but we just couldn't get concrete yesterday. But if weather starts to change, I'm going to try to see if we just can't frame over that, have a protective shield on it, and then pour the concrete when the framing is all done. I've done that many times. Sometimes in cold weather like this, it's just you have to make that happen in order to keep the elements, especially the wind, the cold wind, off the surface of the concrete. Now remember, in this job we did an underground forced air ventilation system. All right. Now if you see here, I came up about a half an inch above the slab on grade. Now, why do I do that? Well, if I took it below the concrete, it'd be easy to surface and finish. But in this situation, I actually wanted that plastic. This is actually PVC, and I wanted it right at the top of the concrete. That gives me the opportunity to put my vent cover right over it perfectly fit. And plus, I see where it's at, and we keep it covered. So there's actually a PVC cap that goes over all of these vents. And one thing I like about the forced air system is that they give you the cap, at least the system we use. The cap came with the whole system, so now I'm completely protected. I know if you're a builder, you've been through building before, when you've got a vent there and it's underground, or even if it's a stem wall or if it's the second floor and you run your venting and run it up through there, well, all that dirt and construction waste gets poured down oftentimes inside your vent system, and you got to blast it out and you got to clean it out. Here we're completely protected, so during the entire construction process, we won't get any debris or any waste at all down into that PV system. So that's one plus with this whole system that I didn't mention before. So I'm excited about that. Usually I take a piece of board, put it over there during construction, sometimes even nail it down just to make sure I don't get any waste down there. So anyway, we're finishing this up. Again, you watch your temperatures and you watch the wind, and this is the wind here. It's not fun. But I'm going to check with my concrete guy and talk with him and see how we're timed out for this week. If I have a good day, and here's the challenge I'm getting at, is that timing weather and timing the batch plant so they both are nice to each other, that's not easy. We had to wait a week before we could actually get a mixing plant. We finally got it today, but because we put some hot water in, we should be able to get it all surfaced just nice today. But it's not fun. That's why I love to break ground in the late summer, get this done before like mid-October or before the first part of October, and start framing sooner. It's something I don't like to do. I don't like to pour concrete in the cold of winter. It's not fun. We're going to have to blanket this for 3 days and let it sit and cure. Early spring, late summer, those are great times to break ground. Trying to avoid concrete in the winter, I couldn't avoid it this time. But be aware of when you're going to pour concrete. You don't want to do it in the high wind like I'm doing like today. So you guys take care. This is Keith with How to Build Your Home, talking about foundations.